already drank about 3 cups of coffee from my automatic drip. And I wanted to put my tree up and my lights up and kind of show you guys the Christmas cheer that I've got going on. That was all provided through my community. I appreciate you guys so much. It is the season to be happy and cheerful and thankful. Every day is that season. So, you know, the one that I told you the story, I think it was in my first video, last time I bought one of these from the camping section in Walmart, it literally would not perk. I boiled it and and see, we're not hurting the coffee right now. It doesn't matter how hot that water gets because it's not dripping up over that coffee. But scalding water over and over and over will ruin your coffee. So that's
hey everybody. Oh my goodness. Howdy ho. Let me try to make myself much larger here. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. Let me take Tim off the stream for a second. Hi everyone. Let me switch around with this. Oh my goodness, that's an odd angle. Look, there's the puppies. That's a much better thing to see. Let me try to figure out how I can see. I don't actually know how to get the camera to work. Hold on. Oh, maybe this isn't the best one. Maybe I need to do a different time. I just have to go this way, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I'd ever get here. I hope people can still hear me. Oh my God. I came in to a pretty decent amount of people and then my live absolutely failed. And so I'm back out here again. I hope people can find me because I don't think I'm going to get announced a second time by YouTube due to the fact that I'm trying to show the dogs. It's a very odd angle to have to be at. And I'm not a camera person. So yes, for some reason, this app for some reason hates me at the moment. I had to do all sorts of technical things behind the scene because I came into my live and it let me start. And then it told me it wasn't going to let me. I know the pups are sleeping. It wasn't going to let me start for some reason. And then it started and then it like clicked me out. Oh my goodness. And then I have to wait a certain amount of time in order to get the announcement. Anyway, it's just a shenanigans. And I don't, I feel like I had to clear a bunch of cookie caches and storage on this app, and it doesn't like the fact that I'm on a wireless. And anyway, nobody wants to hear that. Everyone is here for Tim's percolated coffee because there's nothing that says, yeah, well, Jesus, I'm glad you found it, Gen X, because my live stream went insane tonight, and Tim's ranting, and he's upset with all the reaction channels, and he's e-begging. We got a classic tonight, girl. Maybe you saw part 3. Put the word out. Make sure you hit the likes when you come in because my stream and everything went out. And I ran out of announcements on YouTube, so I couldn't do it. Hey, I'm glad you found me back. It's been a hot mess. And this is Vlogmas Day 2. Happy Vlogmas, everybody. Or ViBeMas, if we're going to call it. So we have an absolute classic. And we're going to be doing all sorts of creators this week. I'm going to see if I can actually get in 25 days of vlogging. Hey, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm very techie. Well, if I've been techie, I wouldn't be having these issues to begin with. But you know, it's just a lot to think about. You know, I already have to deal with so much. I'm trying to move my angle because I just realized I've got like chairs and just furniture everywhere and sleeping dogs in the background. But I'm trying to make it a bit more interesting. Hey, well, I'm glad you found us. Yeah. Well, I'm glad because maybe this is the best way. Did you watch part 3? Everyone needs to know if you use somebody's Amazon link, they can look in your whole account for an hour. Oh, yeah, they can see all sorts of stuff that you're buying. And Tim has got lots of complaints. He's very upset with his viewers. He's very upset with a lot of people. And if you want to make sure Tim gets extra upset, you can donate to my Buy Me a Coffee. Because he's upset about reaction channels and he's out e-begging and he hates us for e-begging. And the only reason why I started my Buy Me a Coffee was literally to make fun of Tim. But I do appreciate the donations. So if you really want to irritate Tim tonight, donate to us. Roscoe is due to his actual dental procedures, and I'm happy to show receipts. In fact, one of the things I am planning to do this month as a members only live, because I will be doing a members only live at some point, is revealing the amount of money spent at the attorneys this year defending myself against Sarasota Tim and his shenanigans. So that's what we will be doing this month for the Vlogmas, for the ViBeMas, for the Livemas, whatever you want to call it. He lost followers. Oh, he's upset. He's upset. We all lose a few followers, but I think, it's something either YouTube's clearing house. Oh, yeah. He's hiding a playmate and broke. You think he's got a playmate? You think he's got a new girlfriend? He lost. He lost. Well, hey, I've lost followers too. Do you hear me complaining? Yeah, hit the like button upon joining live. Thank you, Beaver. Appreciate you giving people a heads up. We're doing a roll call here. We're saying we're doing the roll call. I'm gonna have a sip of my my winter tea. It's like a winter inspired tea from Trader Joe's with oat milk. Because I look like my grandma over here. He's been wild. Janek says, I made a comment on his video the other day. I told him he fell flat on his face when he tried to copyright strike you, and that you retained an attorney that some of you used to help pay. Oh God, he was talking about attorneys in this video. And I think he either caught Squirrelbait's video recently or Dinger's video or somebody's video and potentially my live streams. Because he was talking about, oh my gosh, one of the videos he was talking exactly what I was talking about the other day about escrow accounts and property taxes and home insurance and how all these things were. So it's like, Tim, now you're stealing my content. So if you want to trigger Tim, make sure you hit the likes on the way in here and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because that's a great way to make sure that Tim gets very upset. Oh, Lori. Let me make sure I get back over here because Lori sent one Life and Vibe gift membership. Thank you so much for that generosity, Lori. I'm going to get back to you. And Denise was our lucky receiver of that one. And thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was really kind of you. Thank you for kicking off the evening that way. And the ViBeMas. I'm going to see if I can go live for ViBeMas. Let's see if I can be Amberlynn Reed and overpromise and underachieve for the month of December. I'm going to try, man, just to see what happens. I really appreciate that. And Denise, you were the lucky receiver. And maybe she's going to be able to get there and get over and hey, Denise, you just became a member. Make sure you check out the emojis and everybody drop some emojis in the chat, maybe some thumbs up ones, and welcome Denise, our latest member. And thank you, Lori, for that generosity. That was really kind. Okay. All right. So we've got part 3 of Sarasota Tim this evening. Yeah, he's got a very expensive prop. Yeah, he's got an expensive prop behind him. I've got expensive props behind me too. Look at these dogs. This one is Mr. Roscoe is due to get his teeth taken care of on Thursday morning, and I'm off Thursday from work, so that's why we're going. But yeah, he's got some issues. He's had issues, and so we're going to anticipate that we'll see what happens. And then little Junebug, she's just chilling out over there. Yeah. So that's exciting. That's exciting. So we will come and let you know how it went on Thursday night. And we're almost at Thursday, so that's exciting. Okay, so as you can see, Tim is kicking up. If you came in and joined the live stream at the beginning of the live, you would have seen that Tim was really entertaining his audience with a video of him boiling water. So I'm going to add Tim to the stream. And I'm going to take off my image here. Tim, that's from my attorney. You know that. And he's lying to his subscribers too about stuff, about how he's striking channels still. Because every time anybody uses any of his content, Tim is getting a notification from YouTube. And then they are able to strike. He's able to stealthily, strike. So this is where all the uptick in copyright strikes coming, is because YouTube is like, anytime that anybody uses anybody's materials, it's the mafia on YouTube. And he has no copyrighted material. Just because you posted something, you actually have to pay to have something genuinely copyrighted, or you have to take the person to court to say you shouldn't be using my material. And Tim's not going to spend money on any of that. He will not even spend $45 to get his eye results read to him by his ophthalmologist or whoever's taking care of his goddamn eye. He'll strike anyone. Oh yeah. I mean, he only has to have nothing start arriving at his buy me a coffee or something, or he sees somebody like me getting super chats or gifted memberships from Lori or from anybody, and just you guys coming in and hitting the likes or whatever. Any of this is going to trigger our good friend Sarasota Tim. And I think because I've decided just to make him Merry Misery, this ViBeMas, because he's gonna get really irritated. So wish me luck, guys. We're gonna be on the gauntlet for this, so I hope you guys will be joining me for the festive season, because I'm gonna be balancing this, obviously my job, which I work probably 33 hours a week, which is pretty much basically a full-time job if you added in my drive time. And in Canada, that would be full-time. I understand it's 32. So in certain parts of the world, and in probably certain parts of Europe, I work full-time. It's just the United States is 36. Of course. And then what's the other thing? Oh, I'm trying to finish out my final online class for grad school. And then it's the clinical portion. But I'm taking a break because I need to take a break. Anyway, nobody's here for that. Everyone's here for Tim. Tim's upset his numbers are going down. He's upset that reaction channels are back at it again, doing what reaction channels do in the world of YouTube. And so he's just all around being pretty upset with everybody. So we're going to watch part 3 of his morning chat from yesterday, because he was particularly salty in this one. And it is just, he's got the greatest hits coming out here, and he is upset. He's upset. He's ranting at his viewers. His viewers are not giving him enough money through his Amazon links. They are not giving him enough money with his little PayPal. All this. He's
Mike, the original.
Hold on, Tim. Let me make sure I've added you to the stream. I have. Okay. Let me make me a little smaller. I don't know if we need Jesus out here or not on the side. I don't know. Let me go this way. Sometimes it might be easier to see me this way. You can see the puppies. Or maybe we just go this way if you really want to see the dogs. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want bigger Tim. Drop a 2 in the chat if you want to see Tim this size so that you can see the puppies in the background. Let me know. 1 or 2. 1, bigger Tim. 2, this size so that you can see my puppies a little bit bigger in the background. Let me know in the chat. Which view would you prefer? Let me know. 1, bigger Tim, smaller us, Or 2, we get Tim and his soulless eyes and his backdrop of the gold wing. And we get that this way, and you get to see what Roscoe and Junebug are up to in the background. I'll try to stay to the side with my framing of my fireplace, my wood-burning fireplace, by the way. And that beautiful picture that was my friend, a photographer by the name of Meredith Crockett. And that is a picture of the pier in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And that's one of, obviously, a beautiful sunset out there on the East Coast. One of my favorite things to see. 2. Oh, we never won a bigger Tim. All right. Well, I'll make sure you guys can get full puppy view over here. Puppy cam. I'll try to make sure I actually do set up a proper puppy cam. And I was going to do a Christmas tree and stuff, but I don't have time for all that. I decorated the front of my house. All right, Tim. I think you're at 1.25. Hey, mad. All right, Tim, let's get you madder.
One, whatever you want to call it. And I was able to charge that receiver on that USB-C pretty quickly. But my air conditioning, I don't want you to hear that droning. Listen, folks, I watched a couple of YouTubers. I'm going to borrow what they said. I'm going to regurgitate. One, he was really funny. He says, this is a black guy. And he says, hey, lots of you be watching my videos, but you don't be subscribing.
Okay.
What's up with that?
And
I would probably say the same thing is true.
All right. Tim, I don't need to keep trying to remind you, but you do not need to explain the ethnicity of the person who... Oh, that's a perfect pause for you, Tim, with that eye. Oh, I can't make fun of you. Sorry. I would love to be able to roast people as well as some of these other people, but I have to remain professional because I am a registered nurse. I still currently do work in pediatric nursing, but that is a pretty good pause story for you, Tim. Now I lost my train of thought because of your eye, Tim. Anyway, Tim. Now I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, the dogs are back here. Tim's chatting away. All angry. All right, Tim, keep going.
A gentleman I met the other day that's he's not even a subscriber. He thought it cost him money because of that word.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, he's that. You don't need to let us know what the ethnicity is of the individual whose videos you watched. It's where he tries to sound like my grandma. It's an unnecessary descriptor, Tim. It just makes you sound really out of touch and not cool. It's just not cool. Just not cool.
Folks, I'm about ready to start begging. What they call e-begging. Here's an e-beg for you. If you watch my videos, you can follow me. Forget that word subscribe. That doesn't mean you're joining a membership, you're buying. It means we got to switch up and go outside. I got to give you guys more entertainment.
More entertainment.
Let's go out here. Get away from that air conditioning and get out here next to the microphone.
God.
Get out here next to the bike.
Oh, yeah.
I can actually stand away from
Tim's $26,000 prop or whatever. Somebody said he might have even paid more with all the equipment, of which he's not going to be riding, especially in the wintertime. That guy was laughing when he saw you show up with that check, Tim. He really was laughing. This is quality content over here. Tim, I can drive down General Booth Boulevard over here in Virginia Beach, and I see a whole line of this stuff at the KOA campsite.
pretty far, and you can still hear me. Let me close my door here. Oh, it's partly cloudy today. It did say not going to be that hot today. Here we go. Now you got the bike there and stuff. Hey, I ain't gonna get cheap on you. This is what we can do with the iPhone, baby. Listen, here comes some eBay. I need you to follow me. All right. The YouTube channel I have is very successful. I mean, a lot.
You think there's somebody in the RV? He said it was because the air was blowing. So that's an interesting perspective, because there's been a lot of chatter in the community as to whether Tammy has made a reappearance. I don't think Tammy's a fan of the RV. So has Tim got a new lady friend, maybe? God, would she want to put up with this? He hasn't complained about being single and solo for about a week. Oh, Tim. Okay, let's listen to Tim's e-begging. Don't get me off track, guys. Tim's got a serious message that he needs to let his viewers know. And some of you were previous viewers.
More than some and less than maybe most. I don't even know about most, because when I Googled it one time, very few people on this YouTube business, first of all, they're all going to that TikTok. That's the new thing. A lot of people are actually, watching shorts. Their attention span isn't long to watch these longer videos. Now, I know that geezers like you and I will watch them, but there is a transition to that TikTok. I'm trying to figure out the right thing there, so I can be in the frame with that beautiful.
That is what is so, and I think some of his audience kind of called him out on it. A couple of channels went over the comments that Tim had received in his chat, and we'll see if he scrubbed them all out or not after this video. But he spoke about his needing to have, potentially people being more, buying more stuff this holiday season, because no one's in a cost of living crisis. And he stood in front of a bike that he just spent, because he could, $26,000. And I think people are trying to figure out how you are asking people for, thanks and gratitude and this, that, and the other. And he is standing in front of a very expensive bike. Now, I hope that potentially that people think, oh, you know what? This lady is giving me a really good, entertaining live stream. And if, it's Christmas or whatever, or like the dogs and their rescues, don't shop, adopt. And, and because I'm giving you good value and good entertainment, it's worth a like, it's worth watching me, it's worth then other people watching me. Because of that, I make some AdSense. People, I know TikTok is so cheesy. I know, Lori, he is cheesy. Oh yeah, a lot of people are blocked from comments. Yeah. If you feel like if you've been blocked by Tim, make sure you give me a like. Nothing will be more irritating to Tim. Whatever, and that's how it's supposed to be done in YouTube world. You work, you bring good quality content. I know it's supposedly I'm a content thief, but what Tim doesn't realize is reaction channels have a purpose on the YouTube platform. We are making sure that the consumer of content is not getting scammed by every dang scam artist that comes along and tries to sell some cheesy content to people. Because we're like the content moderators. Because YouTube does a terrible job. But no, it's a whole thing around YouTube. And you cannot be here trying to get people to contribute to your channel, Tim, when you're providing this terrible dry. I mean, look, you saw at the start of this stream, if you joined on at the beginning, his content is literally water boiling on top of a stove. Yes, donate to my teeth fund. Well, you know what? If you want to donate to a tooth fund, donate to Mr. Roscoe's, because it's going to cost me a heck of a lot of money. And I am scared. Because I know it's already going to be $450 at the base. And he's got rotted teeth that have to go out and broken teeth. And it's because I obviously adopted the least wanted dog at the pound. If I hadn't, I don't think Roscoe would be with us. And he's a wonderful dog. But he really had some issues. So I'm just saying, or donate to your local shelter, whatever. But don't donate to Tim. If you're donating to me, it's because you're irritating Tim, because he's watching, I promise. And he knows that people give me super thanks and stuff on this channel, and I have a community and stuff, and people watch and he hates that, and he knows that people watch Darling, and he just, anyway, let's keep going.
Motor. My e-bag, again, is for you to subscribe. I need the play button, 100,000 subscriber. These guys, I watch them on YouTube. They all got it behind them. They always, one guy, he just like leans it against the wall, but they all make sure they show it to you. It's always in the background. That silver plaque called a play button. It's the accomplishment of having 100,000 subscribers. The next one is a gold one that you got to have 1 million subscribers. I've had millions of views on some videos. I've had hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of views. Now I'm down to just
I can't put
thousands
that
of
Tar
views.
Heels.
Cumulatively, I'm approaching 30 million views on my YouTube channel, cumulatively. And so all of that is reward.
Slightly under 28 million, Tim. You're still 2 million views, which is still a substantial, but the way you pop out videos, it'll take you about a week. And that's not for views. That's just for the number of videos you put out. Though he slowed down. I think we hit his mojo. I think Tim thought he was into the safe zone, coming out into, I think he thought having struck some channels again recently, and doing that, I feel like he's going to be on it again for the whole, he is the Christmas Grinch. That's what we deal with as reaction channels. That's what we deal with. And, these guys always fall for the bait. This guy has fallen for the reactor bait. And he is also raging at some point. So he gets mad at us too. So Tim is just like content gold on this video, man. You can't help but react to this one. This is the whole purpose, Tim. And it is. If we weren't here doing this, there'd be no interest in your channel anymore, sir. You'd be even getting less stuff, less views.
Supporting and financially and everything else. But it's like Elon and Trump and any other billionaire. There's certain accomplishments that you want for your work. And I'm a YouTuber. I want a plaque that says I've got at least that first level. They only have 2 plaques. And the first one they put up pretty high. It's a pretty high threshold. And then the next one is like, you really got to be struck by lightning. And I'm going to go for it.
There's plenty of million. He's going to go for 1 million subscribers. Tim, you have been hovering. Not that I'm pop off like that, but I don't put out content like Tim does. I always wonder if I produce that much content on specifically maybe just reacting around a bunch of stuff and spend a lot more time, would I have a bigger audience if I always manage to hit it with the right person to talk about? Because that's the key too, is knowing what is the right thing to react to that your audience will find interesting. And that's where it's or maybe you can combine different audiences. Who knows? But it is an art. And Tim just got very fortunate with that one video, and he had kind of an audience because it was the Panini time and people were watching him. And now it's just faded. And now he's out here in front of this very expensive motorbike, and then he says, "I am e-begging." So let's listen to the e-beg. He literally says, "I'm e-begging."
So, and I'm right there, way over half
for that
to get the 100,000. So would you please do 2 things? Follow the channel. I can't even use that word subscribe because most people are going to say, "I like you, Tim. I watch your videos, but I ain't paying for nothing." I wouldn't either. It's just a word they use called follow. Click follow, and it actually says subscribe. Now,
Tim wouldn't pay for anything, but he wants his viewers to send him money or buy stuff from Amazon. One of the two. Something that makes sure that the money has a trickle-down effect to Tim.
Oh, it's not going to cost you anything. And then you got to hit the thumbs up. If I got 3,000 people watching my videos, and I do, then I need 3,000 thumbs up. You say, well, we ain't going to give you thumbs up if we don't think it's worth it. Well, all right. I can argue with that. But if you don't mind, do it. Do it. And click follow. Okay? That's the cheap part of the e-begging. Here comes the expensive part. It's not expensive. It's actually free also. This is a free e-beg right here. It's coming up to you. This is something that it doesn't cost you anything, but it costs you a little bit of time, a couple of steps. I got my commission check deposited yesterday, day before, for Amazon. Abysmal. I mean, it's a joke. Here we are in the holidays. I would have made more commission on Amazon of what I've bought than what you folks are using my link to buy. When I first started asking a year ago, a bunch of you.
He is really scolding his viewers for not shopping enough at Amazon and you know, getting their toilet paper delivered or whatever the heck. And he just seems to be absolutely oblivious that maybe there are reasons why people are reducing their spending or reducing their support of Sarasota Tim. I mean, you cannot get, guys, if you don't like my stream right this minute, I swear I'm going to make Tim bigger and the puppy's much smaller. So if you've come into my stream, for God's sake, I don't even know how many likes I have. I don't even have any of my mods in here. Everyone's busy tonight. It's the holiday season. Oh yeah, he is absolutely shaming the flock. And he shames them when they don't want to listen to his crushing it for Christ videos that he monetizes. And he's never had one. He doesn't open up anything that could divert funds into like YouTube, Google's pocket, you know. Oh, he explains it. He's hitting the bottom. Oh God, I've got 49 likes. Yay! Let's get to 50. Let's get to 50 likes. 47. Keep me posted on the likes, guys. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100 likes by the end of the stream. That would be amazing. All right. Keep going, Tim.
Tried to accommodate me, and it wasn't even during the holidays. I don't know when it was, but I mean, it wasn't anything to really brag about, but this was abysmal, this amount of deposit I got. It doesn't cost you anything if you use my Amazon affiliate link to make your purchases. I'm not trying to sell you products. I'm getting one delivered today. I forgot to tell you about that. It's one I had to email. I'm getting that gazebo. I think I did mention it. And if you want to get that, you know, you use my Amazon link. And that's how most creators make pretty good on Amazon, because they're a big time review channel. And everybody says, yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that makeup, that tent, that tool, whatever, that shovel, whatever they're reviewing, that drill, clothing, whatever. And people click on their links because they want that exact one. And that helps that creator. And a lot of creators will.
I don't know how they're giving him $300 a month. I don't think that would be how many call fees? Like 60 call fees? And I've never seen anyone donate 60 call fees to Tim, unless they're sending it to Tim like through some other means. I think that person's just probably being facetious. I've never seen the record. And unless it's through Amazon, but he just said his check is abysmal. I think he would have been okay with $300. So I think that person is not telling the truth. That sounds like a porcupine.
Do what I don't do, and they will fill out their description part of their video before they upload it with all these hashtags and links. What I wore, you know, the comb I used in my video, the hair gel. I mean, they have a link for everything. And if they get somebody to click on even just one of those items, one person, everybody that watches the video buys at least one thing. Well, you can imagine the revenue they get besides the Google AdSense that they get in their own store. Some of them have stores. You know, people have told me sell some coffee mugs and t-shirts and hats, and I'm not getting involved with it. But if you're going to buy things on Amazon for the holidays, folks, if you would go on the home page, I'll put it in the description. I will on each video. So if you're watching this, you go, all right, where's this Peckerhead's Amazon affiliate link? I'm going to buy something today, and I'll click on that. And here's how it goes down. Because a lot of you do it. And let me tell you, hey, thank you for those $50 worth I got last month. And I had a few of you actually that know me personally, even texted me and said, hey, I just hit the link. I know Bubba hits the link. He puts it in the comments. Thank you, Bubba. And others that have.
It's always Bubba. He is always reminding his viewers about getting those. He must have been able to have received some pretty decent money in the past on his Amazon for the amount of times that he now mentions wanting his viewers to use those links. Somebody needs to put together a video of every time Tim's asked for the Amazon stuff.
Use it. It doesn't cost you anything extra on your purchase. But if you'll click on that Amazon link and it takes you to something, and then you just put in the search bar what you want to buy and make your purchases.
Yeah, just your privacy. That's the only thing it was going to cost you is potentially your privacy. That's it. It's nothing. Just, some random YouTube influencer trying to get some money off of his affiliate links. And it's not even from things that he's showing and then, or saying like it's a must have or a must love. And he set up like a curated Amazon shop for, Tim's favorite finds or whatever they call it. And, to, actually set up something that, genuinely, because I think that's a lot of time what these types of folks do. See, I'm not into the massive consumerism, so I'd be terrible for all that stuff. But Tim is just plain lazy. So he just wants people to go through him advertising Amazon and then going through his link like he's somebody who's introducing somebody to Amazon for the first time, so that anything that they purchase, he therefore gets a commission. But it's not as if he's advertised the product or that he's done anything. He's supposedly just getting it because he's advertised Amazon. Like, my fucking dogs probably know what Amazon is, for God's sake. It's a channel support thing, I guess. Lord of my life.
Because you started out clicking my link, it helps me out. I need help, folks. I need help. And it's a holiday. So, hey, if I could do it for you, I would. All right. So follow, subscribe are the same thing. Thumbs up.
If I could do it for you, I would. I know you wouldn't. You got a $2 limit now probably on the buy me a coffee. Because if you're not, whatever it's like the top amount, if I would do it for you. Tim is like grasping at straws because he obviously didn't plan for his retirement and he didn't get any real estate despite supposedly making all this huge amounts of income, because I'm sure he excused himself out of every reason to actually purchase something of any, value, but he'll just blow off $26,000 on something he never rides. The motor, I mean, what? Make it make sense, Tim. Make it make sense. I mean, I've been a grad student and stuff. I'm ladled with debt. I mean, obviously. I mean, how else? I can't, it's the modern world. I've been in the healthcare field. There's very few people who come out without debt. I actually have very little considering how much other people. Mine's a fraction actually of what most people have. So I'm still proud of how little debt I have comparatively to other people I know. Tim. All right, keep telling us how people can help your channel.
So I can get the play button and everything, push the algorithm up. That helps me out tremendously. And using the Amazon link, all free, with one being a little extra step. I mean, it's an extra step to click the thumbs up, but you're already watching the video. So what does it take?
Well, thank you so much, William, for that generosity. I really appreciate that. Oh, it just says W. I guess that's from, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. I'm trying to think of a good poll that we can do. And at some point, I'm actually going to probably kick off ViBeMas with also giving away some free memberships. And we're going to make sure that we keep up with the puppy camp throughout the holiday season. There may be more liveliness in the daytime streams comparatively to the night streams, because generally in the night streams, we have had a walk prior to and dinner and all that stuff. So they're kind of in their sneezy, and they've been playing. So they're in their time of rest, thankfully. Yeah, he absolutely did. Thank you, William. Again, that was so sweet and generous of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Roscoe, because it's for really Roscoe's teeth. He blew through 150K. Yeah. I mean, easily. I mean, the 52,400 that we know from the EIDL, he had a minimum, I believe it was two $6,000 PPP loans. So I want to say that was about 12 grand. So that was up at like 60 some $1,000 there. Then whatever he was taking in for being unemployed and receiving unemployment because his business went down. So he had all that monies as well. And all the money that he has earned through YouTube and AdSense, which at 28 million views almost, maybe some of those views were not monetized, but the majority of those views were monetized views. And so you can easily divide that by 1,000 and times it, if you want to say at the lowest average, $3. That will give you an idea of potentially what Tim has earned roughly over his YouTube career. So if you want to have fun with math on that one, you could guesstimate. It would be a guesstimate. And people used to laugh at me when I said that he earned that much money. His Buy Me a Coffee at one point was going hog wild. He had Christmases where, not last Christmas because he didn't have the P.O. box. I think he didn't open up the P.O. box in the hopes that potentially maybe his Buy Me a Coffee, and he probably did get some money, but it was never to the extent as it had been at one point when he was traveling out to Laughlin originally and out west, and people were really gifting him a lot of monies in order for him to have the gas, which he always, mentions that he needs gas money. And it's all for this quality content that you're getting, just absolute quality content, which, as you saw at the beginning, is coffee percolating on an oven. We're literally watching water boil. I cannot make this stuff up.
To reach over there and hit thumbs up or follow, subscribe. And a lot of you need to check. You're unsubscribed. There's some kind of a strange thing happening with YouTube that they think some of the people that are subscribed are bots, robots, fake. And maybe they haven't commented in a while. Maybe, I don't know what it is. I'm just guessing. But they're unsubscribing people. And the ones that, some people that are being unsubscribed are people that watch me every day. And they said, you know what, Tim, I checked, like you said. And sure enough, I am unsubscribed, and not for the first time. And so I've seen my numbers, although it's a very slow drop, go down, not up. That's why I'm talking about this, folks. I'm sorry. But when I don't see it going up, like when I first started my channel, it was going up by the thousands a week. And now it's going down by the dozens a week, or a few dozen, or a half a dozen, or a couple a day. That's very disconcerting. And what's the point of doing anything if you're not getting anything out of it? I don't do it just because I enjoy it. It's a lot of work here, a lot of my time every day. This has really turned into a prison job.
This is my favorite, one of my favorite posts. I promise you. First time I watched this video, you're welcome, Tim. I gave you some YouTube premium money. So I'm helping out the funds here. Don't say I don't help you, Tim. Just the YouTube Premium to make sure we have an ad-free experience on the live stream. It's, you know, this is where you see, it's the quality of the content that you bring, Tim, that makes people, you know, and you're not bringing it. But the fact that you're talking about how much work it is, you are literally the king of doing no work. You had like a second there where you made like 2 thumbnails recently in the hopes to revive your channel. And then that was gone. And we have to existentially know all of this stuff is going to happen. We're going to have to play this part again. Because he's talking about it, because you know why? He's not laughing and, you know, just he was, you know what? He hates us reactors because I feel, and I'm sure that people just kind of turned off of Tim naturally too. I don't think we're the sole cause of why he's losing his channel views and why, when it was a couple of years ago, because there's a lot of circumstantial changes too. Not as many people are at home. Many more people are being able to be out and about, and maybe some of your audience are now being able to be out and about and out with their grandkids and their families and stuff, where they had not been able to. So you kind of felt like family to people at that time, and now they don't need you as pseudo family anymore, Tim. They don't need to send you money for making them feel content and happy during kind of a time which was kind of cruddy for people. You know, and people had extra cash too, because people were also getting PPPs and all sorts of extra money handed out. So people could potentially be affording to be more generous with you. You know, but we're going to have to go back over that part because Tim is, you know, he really thought this was going to be a solid, definitely his solid second income stream, more income actually than his actual work as oh, thank you, William. You sent us a second super. Thank you, sweetheart. That was very kind of you. I don't know if you meant to send 2, but 2 got sent. I'm gonna try to go back and see if I can see it. I just see like I saw 2 there. So I don't know if there was 2 supers that were sent by this one too. I don't know if that was intended, but we appreciate it. Thank you so much, William. You're sweet. Thank you, William. You forgot about the hurricane scam? Oh yeah, where he had to. People reminded him to go pick up poor Fred and Raffaella, who he used their daughter's gift card for his free turkey dinner. And his friend and his free and his absolutely free. What was the other thing he had? His pumpkin pie, and then his neighbor gave him some pumpkin pie too. Oh, he's so cute. He is so cute. He is a very, you know, he's just special. And he's not happy. YouTube is not, you know, just, he was, you know, because he had Hilton Tom, who probably went off with Miss Tammy in our alleged opinions, was comping him, cheap hotel rooms. He had all these people, just random people opening up their homes because they thought Tim was this nice guy. People buying his dinners, people giving him, like that couple up in North Carolina gave him and Tammy, I think, a stay up at their place that they had. The gift cards that he received and the fruit cakes. Hey, as long as the fruit cake doesn't have any animal products or gelatin in it, I'll eat all the fruit cake that ever would be sent to me, because I have to admit, I do actually like fruit cake. But I'm kind of particular about my fruit cake. But anyway, his gift cards. Remember, he got sent tons of gift cards. He kept saying, oh, I'm going to get and put the cards up. I haven't heard Tim mention the P.O. box, because we don't know if he really wanted, you know, random gift cards to Cracker Barrels or whatever. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't mind if it's on somebody else's Cracker Barrel card, but he specifically doesn't. He wants cash in his pocket. that he can then turn around and spend $26,000 on a Honda Goldwing. Okay, Tim, let's hear you complain about your having made a couple of $100,000 from YouTube. Because this man, between the buy me a coffee, which at one point he was getting like $1,000 some a month, okay, donated to him from his viewers, plus whatever extras he was getting, because he had a lot more people watching him, probably people shopping a little bit more. Things weren't as tight as they were like with the economy. So people had more disposable income and, you know, using the links. So Tim was getting that. He was getting, you know, obviously his YouTube AdSense. He doesn't turn on any of the things on YouTube. So it's just those particular things. And then obviously people random sending him stuff to P.O. boxes. But I guess the cost of the P.O. box and what Tim was receiving was outweighing the cost of the P.O. box. I still think he did the P.O. box in the hope it would divert more things over to his buy me a coffee. And if he had gift cards he wouldn't like, he wouldn't think to donate to charitable causes, because I think there's ways to do that. I don't know. Tim, tell us about how your job sucks again. Oh, I want to make sure I went back far enough. Okay.
And so while the revenue is still there, because the views count, the commercials you watch, that's what makes the revenue for me, is the Google AdSense. Those ads you see, those commercials, that's another thing you can do. If you don't mind, you know, let one of them play all the way through instead of clicking out of it. So yeah, this is all e-begging video. And the last thing, and I don't care, I'll just say it. I've had, if I look on my Buy Me a Coffee link that I have, there's nothing but a support link.
Do I need to go back further? I need to go back a little further. Hold on, let me go back a little further. Sorry, I gotta go back, guys. I apologize. I need to go to the part where he talks about it being a prison job.
I am unsubscribed, and not for the first time. And so I've seen my numbers, although it's a very slow drop, go down, not up. That's why I'm talking about this, folks. I'm sorry. But when I don't see it going up, like when I first started my channel, it was going up by the thousands a week. And now it's going down by the dozens a week, or a few dozen, or a half a dozen, or a couple a day. That's very disconcerting. And what's the point of doing anything if you're not getting anything out of it? You know, I don't do it just because I enjoy it. It's a lot of work here, a lot of my time every day. This has really turned into a prison job. And so while the revenue is still there, because the views count, the commercial.
And William, I just saw that you sent a little super sticker too of and thank you so much for that, William. You've been so sweet tonight. And it was your first super on my live stream, William. And so I really do appreciate you having done that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, William. I want to make sure I thank you for that. So thank you. That's very kind of you. And so usually my moderators would be catching these things for me in the chat. So I apologize. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. So thank you so much. That's really sweet. And I made sure to hopefully highlight that so that Tim can get, you know, his irritation. And Passive, hey, come on in. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're dropping on by. And yes, well, Tim's exposing himself. We don't have to expose Tim. Tim exposes himself. YouTube is now a prison job, and him spitting out 10 videos a day and potentially not making the revenue that he made in the past. Because, I mean, he's still making decent money, guys, comparatively, but he's not making the money that he made in the past. Maybe at the top end, let's say, because I don't know how he classifies this video. Let's say he makes anywhere from $5 to $7 thousand views. And if he's always says he tries to get at least 10,000 views a day, which I would think he does, because he still gets views from the older video. And so the older video, that one that was viral, still nets him money to this time. And so he is still doing very well on that video. But he's, you know, maybe makes, I don't know, if it's 10,000 views and 10 times 8, maybe he makes $80 a day. That would be on the sort of lower end of it, because he's not generating money as you would when somebody, say, for example, has much, comparatively when he was maybe making 100,000. You got to think about what the difference is on all that. So he's just not making as much money. And his, Social Security is only going to stretch but so far. And that RV at some point is not going to be habitable. He's not going to be able to I mean, that he's not someone, he doesn't like to maintain things. He admits to that. So he's not going to put in the effort to actually, keep the property up. I mean, and any property, even if you get it brand new, Tim, unless you think you're going to be flipping out of your house every couple of years, you have to do stuff to maintain it, whether it's repainting the walls or putting new flooring in or fixing up the kitchen or something. I mean, it's just got switching out your air conditioning units, whatever. I mean, and that's why he doesn't like to buy things. Is that's the biggest reason why Tim doesn't want to purchase a house. And he admitted it in a recent video that he doesn't like, he likes things brand new and he doesn't want to fix things up. He's not handy. He's not handy. I can't, it says, I bet between his begging and all his sources on YouTube, he's making between 4 to 5K per month. Potentially. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he says he aims for, I think he said 2,000. I think is what he said. I don't know I don't know if he's making quite that much anymore on his YouTube, to be honest, because I kind of look on his views and I kind of know where it sits and how much potentially, but we could calculate it. But he could be maybe around 2 to 3. I would maybe think down on the low end. William says, oh, you're 35 and he caught my attention. Don't worry, my generation isn't the best like the golden generation. Oh, well, I don't ever think. I think everybody has. I don't really think certain things with different generations, I certainly don't feel as old as I should. All right, Tim, take it away. You're a young one, 35. Gosh, what I would give to be 35 again. Tim wants to be 35. He wants our eyes to be 35 again. Lord of my life.
If you watch, that's what makes the revenue for me.
Yes.
Is the Google AdSense. Those ads you see, those commercials, that's another thing you can do. If you don't mind, let one of them play all the way through instead of clicking out of it. So yeah, this is all e-begging video. And the last thing. And
where did Tim learn the word e-begging? Didn't Dinger put that across one of his videos about the e-begging? Of course, I came in with who, at least we forget Judge Joe Mathis. I don't think I have that video, or do I? Do I have that video? Hold on. Do I have it? Oh, no, I have to have it. I did have at one point, obviously. Oh, you know what? Oh, guys, I think we're going to have to play something real quick. Hold on. Just because everybody is so special. Hold on. Where is it gone? Let me see. Hold on. Are you ready, guys? Take it away.
No. I simply asked. I said, I wish I could have this dry begging. Well, I mean, how is that? You know what that is. Well, all right, what it is, what it is. Yeah, somebody with you who has a couple dollars and you looking at something you want. I wish I had it. I wish I had it. And you look up the side of your head, the side of your eye. Go ahead. So you dry beg then what happened? She bought it.
Yes, I simply asked. Well, you all literally out here. We're not even dry begging, really, Tim. You're just asking. Tim is just literally asking. But, we had to play Judge Joe Mathis. Tim and the word e-begging. Tim never thought that there would be a day when he'd be standing out on the Bradenton slab having to admit that he's e-begging. after he laughed and buys all this stupid stuff all the time. And we've watched him as a community just throw his money to the wind on shoes and pants. And I think he's concerned that he can't return that camera because Amazon is cracking down on those return policies, not wanting people just to do shit like Tim does, pardon my French, and just constantly return stuff all the time. You know, I don't think. Tim, you are cracking me up. My goodness. All right, just for that, we're going to give away some free memberships just because, you know, we are here. We are at the start of the holiday season. And, you know, I love to gift out some memberships, so I'm going to gift out 5 right now. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who gets to get some prizes. Oh, we got announced in the live chat. Yes, it did. Let's see who won. We had Tater Tot Hot Dish received a gift membership. Oh, Dr. Classy Badassy, good to see you. Mike is misguided. Ruthie 101. Bada bing, bada boom 3. And Ennis 4489. And congratulations. Oh, William. Hopefully one day you'll win one too. And Texman too. I hope you grab one. Yeah, most of our prison jobs, congratulations. And sometime this month I'll gift out some more because we, you know, Tim, you know, I love to give to my community. Tim likes to give no effort, but this is the quality, guys. This takes time, takes effort to upload these videos, takes time to figure out that brand new iPhone. I mean, all this stuff takes time. You're welcome. All this stuff takes time. Passes asks, how many years has he been living and making videos and reheating his coffee? Does he not make his cup with handles? Hey, look, he had 30 minutes of water boiling on top of a stove in a camper. Don't ask me such difficult questions.
I don't care. I'll just say it. If I look on my Buy Me a Coffee link that I have, there's nothing but a support link. There has been in the last 2 years, countless people that have bought me a coffee, or 10, or 20, or 50. That's right. I have had some very, very generous subscribers that have donated.
That means somebody wanted to send Tim $250 for his Buy Me a Coffee. Now, I too have had very generous subscribers and viewers, and they know who they are. And most of it really was for the legal troubles, and it did cover. And like I said, I will do a member stream, and I will reveal how much it actually cost altogether. And I don't mind, but I don't want to make it all publicly public. But I will make it in a membership live one day over Vlogmas, and I'll reveal the full amount of money that was spent. But yeah, Tim is definitely on a roll on this one, man. He does not look happy. He looks stressed, but he's made sure he's come out looking as fine and as dandy as possible. He's got his hair perfectly combed and his nice shirt. I mean, Tim, how you're trying to portray one image of like affluence, and then the other you're needing people, because I'm sure your money's going down. And this is the busiest time of year for YouTube AdSense. But I'm sure too that a lot of the companies that did brand deals, a lot of things are pulling back. They just are.
Remember the story I told you on Thanksgiving, how a guy came in to Cracker Barrel and left an envelope full of cash and said, whatever this is, however many people you got here, divide it up equally between everybody. And he gave this envelope of cash to the GM. And the waitress told me that I've already got $40. And I said, well, how many people are working here? And she said 100. I couldn't believe it. 100 people were at the Cracker Barrel that day. They probably needed it. They were probably doing a lot of orders that people were picking up, you know, to take home and heat up and stuff. A lot of people were in that kitchen that I couldn't see. So I've had a lot of generous people like that during the holidays, different times of the year, maybe when I'm taking a trip, and they want to help me out with.
Happy early birthday. I'm glad I was able to gift you something for your birthday. That makes my day. Happy early birthday. Everyone drop some happy birthdays in the chat for our friend Tater Tot.
Sponsoring me for some additional fuel with my gas hog, or whatever reason that you feel you appreciate the work and the effort that I go through to make these videos. I'm not saying and guilting anybody that that's what you need to do. I put the link on there because
the work that he puts in for these videos. No, Tim, no. I'm going to clarify things. You definitely are the set it up, point, shoot, no edit, throw up the videos. Now, there are certain channels that talk about what will make for a successful channel. And one of the things are this sort of home video feel that somebody has done literally what Tim's doing. It's just putting up a camera, talking to the camera, Bob's your uncle, no editing, uploads it. And a lot of, they literally call it, I don't want to offend anybody, like grandpa vlogging style, literally what Tim is doing. And the funny thing is that, Tim is not I see a lot of these different creators, and Tim, because he is somewhat arrogant and he is full of himself and he's not a very humble person, and he deletes people's comment and he doesn't take any feedback and he doesn't create, if it's not Tim being absolutely on the pedestal and worshipped within his community. Like, people will tell me when things sucked on my channel or the sound was messed up, or I had all sorts when I first started live streaming and doing stuff. And oh my goodness, I had so many, and still obviously get a ton of negative stuff come my way, especially from Sarasota Tim fans. But Tim, you're not putting in any work. You're doing it as a cash grab, sir, in my opinion. You're not working that hard. And it used to be he really could just throw up car washing videos and get more views than he's getting on ones that he's perceiving that he's actually put some effort in, whether it's using his new camera or, I just think that people, we're here reacting to him because it's hilarious. But for your community, it will be exhausting, sir.
Because they reached out to me, buy me a coffee, and they said, this is a very nice way that you can put out. There was Patreon. There was all these other ones before a few years ago on YouTube, and all YouTube creators had this. I have a Patreon account. They even put Zelle and PayPal in their link. Zelle me. Hit me up on PayPal. And they still do. You can still put that. I can still do that myself. But the buy me a coffee link versus a super thanks, which you can do right on YouTube. Some people do it all the time. They watch a creator, you have a video, and you're doing a live stream, for example, and they might click on there $5 or something like that as a super thanks. But did you know what? And you can do what you want. Google takes.
Tell me, Tim, you're not watching my channel without watching my channel. Tim is not someone who's, I don't think Tim is like, an individual who on the whole with his YouTube experience and the types of content he's watching, where he's probably watching, retirement videos or toxic people. That's a funny one that he watched about toxic people. Was he watching that originally because of Miss Tammy? When he's like watching other people's stuff on YouTube and hoping he can, create the same video and knock it out the ballpark, I think that's a false, thing. You have to keep within your genre, Tim, and it's not everything's going to hit it out of the ballpark, but Tim is always trying new stuff all the time. But I feel like, I don't want to be like arrogant and like, oh, Tim watching, or maybe blind views, but blind views doesn't really speak about Tim as much anymore. But, knowing that like William, for example, or Lori is in here, and many people before David, there's a lot of people. Bertie, I know, has given generously. Lots of people have given in the chat. And sent supers because we're having a lot of fun and they want to, thank me for the time or whatever, and that's kind of how streaming works. And so, Tim, are you watching? Because he's like talking about people getting money from live streams. So thank you for those who've donated and just donated your time and watching, because it's trigger Tim. Tim knows the stuff's going on. Oh, he's going to reveal more. Keep going, Tim.
60% of that. So if you gave $5 to me, now if you gave me $5, like, which is what a buy me a coffee, one coffee is on your credit card, or if you buy 10 or 20 or whatever, guess how much buy me a coffee takes? It's hardly even worth mentioning. It's so small, and it all comes to me. And so, hey, you'd like to buy me a coffee? We usually use it towards the continuing my work here, or if I'm out traveling to buy gas, or I'm actually going to buy a coffee or breakfast for somebody behind me in the line at McDonald's. Either way.
And I have a great time when I get to go live. I've decided it's the end of the year. I'm going to see if I can keep up this sort of level of energy, because after I finish this, I've got to work a little bit on something for school, believe it or not, and then I get to go to sleep. And I've already been at work all day, and my job is pretty busy, and involves a lot of charting, and obviously so forth. But I have a blast when I come out. So I just love what I do. And I don't think that Tim loves doing his YouTube content. He used to love it when he was getting a bunch of freebie stuff handed to him left, right, and center. And he was getting tons of free stuff from his subscribers and viewers and followers and what have you. I just have a blast. And if I get tips along the way, dang, that's even better. I just have a blast. I have so much fun just ripping on Tim. I know I shouldn't. But he didn't stick with the reason why people started watching him. And people thought that he was this nice guy. And but I even believe I want to say, because I know I sent him some text or some message when he wasn't feeling well. And I suggested something from a medical perspective. He said, look, I'm an RN. You need to do this. I believe my comment also got deleted. And I forgot that until one day I suddenly had this flashback. Because I think everybody at some point had, and he and Tammy, they were just, oh my God, what a pair. Jesus, toxic Tammy. That's why he was on the 8 toxic people. Because it was actually just a description of you, Tim, but you thought you were reading Tammy.
Don't be too critical on he's begging for money, because one thing I got is plenty of money. If I didn't even have Buy Me a Coffee reach out to me.
Let's get to 100 likes, everybody.
I wouldn't have ever even known about it. But everybody has it, including.
Uh-oh. That's awesome news. 79 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. That's awesome, guys. You guys are doing awesome. Hold on. We're going to have to go back because Tim's going to tell off. He got the angry face going. Tim's about to tell off the reaction channels. He's on a tear. He's angry. Very angry. So, yeah. All right, Tim, let me take you back because this is probably aimed at me. And the only reason why I did it was really to mock Tim. But it's been very helpful, especially when I've been needing to collect money for Bev's donation to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and when I needed to raise money for my attorney fees. Tim. All right, I'm going to go back a little bit.
For your breakfast for somebody behind me in
yes.
The line at McDonald's. Either way, don't be.
Yes, Tim and his dang Buy Me a Coffee performative act at the McDonald's, where if you have a $25 tab, he's going to burn rubber getting away from that drive-through window. He's never somehow come over the fact that he paid that one that was pretty large, and I guess he paid it, and I guess ever since that time it has just left him with such a deep resounding level of bitterness. I cannot with Tim.
Too critical on like he's begging for money, because one thing I got is plenty of money. If I didn't even have Buy Me a Coffee reach out to me, I wouldn't have ever even known about it. But everybody has it, including those damn haters. Every last one of them have a Buy Me a Coffee link in their.
Do you think Tim's talking about me? Do you think I'm the hater? Do you think I'm the hater? Let's do some hateful stuff here. Tell us, I can't but be hateful, Tim. I just can't. I'm going to have to be more hateful. I'm just going to have to be more hateful.
She bought it. No. I simply asked. I said, I wish I could have this dry bacon. Well, I mean, how is that? You know what that is. Well, all right, what it is, what it is. Yeah, somebody with you who has a couple dollars and you looking at something you want. I wish I had it. I wish I had this. Then you look up the side of your head. Go ahead. So you drive back there and went out.
Yeah, that's right. They donated to his Buy Me a Coffee link. That's what he's hoping. But he's just like full begging. He's just e-begging out here. I know those damn haters. Damn haters. I know the damn haters. Let's drop some damn haters in the chats, guys. Damn haters. Yeah, it's never very Christian of him, William. No, it's not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not hating on him. I'm just, I react because Tim did some really, he took $52,400 in the IDL when you had no business, literally meaning you had no business. Not that you didn't have any business doing that. Well, that too, but you had no business, Tim. There was no business to be had. You're a hater? Yeah, damn haters. Yes. You're a hater and proud of it, Beaver. Well, yes. We're all haters here. We're the hater club. Gosh, he keeps saying he drinks non-alcoholic beer. Maybe we should take no painkiller aspirin. What's in his cup? Oh, that, I don't know. Probably that terrible percolated coffee. No, that was the next day. Probably some leftover coffee. Who knows? Definitely it's a cup of bitter hater tears. I need to be drinking Tim's tears over here. Oh, Lord. He doesn't understand. Only reason why I started to Buy Me a Coffee was because Tim had to buy me a coffee. And it was the whole thing. When he was out in Laughlin with golfing, I mean, he would say, I need this $150 golf shirt. So, I mean, this is somebody who literally was spending $150 on golf shirts a couple of years ago. Or a year and a half ago. Was it about a year and a half ago? Something like that. Something like that. Has it been that long I've been reacting to Tim? Good Lord. It has been over a year. So, yeah. I mean, a year and a half ago, Tim, you were flashing yourself in a refrigerator and getting $150 shirts and laughing about everything and just having the best time ever. He really was having the best time ever. He'd never had such a good time on somebody else's dime in his life.
Videos. Now, if there's somebody you should never, ever, first of all, you watch. So let's give them money. If someone hating on the government, the president, other people, the state, the U.S., anything, if they're all down in the mouth and they're nothing but a negative Nancy, turn them off. Hit those three dots is what you need to do on those channels and tell YouTube, do not recommend channel. And then you got to click confirm and you'll never see that in your feed again. And that's another thing. A lot of you out there, you just type in Sarasota Tim to find me and to watch a video. And you know what you're going to get when you do that? All that other crap. If you just subscribe or follow me on my channel, it'll be right already on your computer or phone. And when you open it up, you'll see the real Sarasota Tim and the latest video in chronological order. But some people just don't get that. They think that they just got to search it every time in YouTube. And when you type it in, even if it's on your list of what you've searched before on your TV, you're still searching. You're not on my channel. You're just putting that word out. And what do you get? Crap. All those other crap people. And
oh my God, do you hear what he just called me? And squirrel bait and darling and Carl. Well, Carl says he's not doing anything about Tim anymore. Atomic Sage, Miss Vicky, Dinger. There's a bunch of people. He just called us this C word. Ah, Lord. Oh, he's on a roll this Christmas, man. We've only started the month of December. We haven't even hit close to Christmas yet. Oh, God, I can't make it through this. Tim, you cannot be in YouTube. On YouTube, knowing you have a community of reaction channels and stoking, giving us the content to react to like this. Oh my gosh, this is some content gold. A passive. Yeah, we've all been here for way too long. Yeah, it's been like over a year and it's been over a year and a half since Fridgegate. I was watching Tim a long time ago. I mean, it was so long ago when we all got introduced. Where's our lives gone? Tim's like a rash. It just keeps coming back. Oh my God, he's getting so mad. All right, let me get back to this part. We got to listen to him. I'm sorry. He makes me
in
laugh.
chronological order.
My idea.
But some people just don't get that. They think that they just got to search it every time in YouTube. And when you type it in, even if it's on your list of what you've searched before on your TV, you're still searching. You're not on my channel. You're just putting that word out. And what do you get? Crap. All those other crap people. And hey, I got to tell you, the crap people, I never want to acknowledge as being worth any more than gum on the bottom of a shoe. But
I'm gum on the bottom of a shoe. Because I'm messing with your income stream, Tim. Because I gave a platform for people that had been, one, deleted from your community for making probably some innocuous comment about the weather, and also because you were so dreadful about Miss Bev and deleting comments and well wishes when this woman has cancer. You're just a horrendous human being. And then on top of it, prior to that, you put your naked butt on YouTube as you then profess to be a Christian. You can't do that, Tim. I'm making fun of the word Christian because of the type of Christianity that Tim professes to follow, which is about what works for Tim. Just calling. Oh my goodness. I've literally had families thank me for saving their loved ones' lives, but I'm a crap person. Oh Lord. Please.
in some respect, they have helped me because of their views. These people that claim to hate me or hate other YouTubers, I'm not exclusive to this, they watch every video. Every single video. In fact, they get the little bell going on. As soon as this goes live, they're watching it. And then they want to try to find something.
That's not true, Tim. I'm not even subscribed. There's certain videos. I certainly don't watch any of your videos where you're riding your motorbike. And the 30 minutes of coffee percolation, I mean, you literally showed about 30 minutes of boiling coffee on a pot. In a pot on a stove. I mean, I have to take a break from you every once in a blue moon, Tim. So no, I'm not hanging on your every word, so. But sometimes you have to get into like Tim's most like bland looking videos because he'll go off like this. So sometimes you can't miss out because there's a reaction channel. You want to, or there could be something that he could suddenly delete. See, you do have to kind of, it's on game, Tim. You dirty delete too. You dirty deleted the naked fridge. We got that still it's still out there.
They can say or whatever, but you know, at least they're watching, right? I got the view, but I don't watch them because whenever they ever popped up in the past on my channel or on my phone, I click those 3 dots that says do not recommend channel, and then it says confirm, and I do that. It's been over a year. The only reason I know they exist and who some of them are is because of some of my subscribers that try to email me or text me, and you used to get a lot of it like a couple of years ago where people were like, you need to do something, and I did. They were playing my videos and I could have copyright and had the videos taken down and their channels banned. But I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know.
No, you can't, Tim. And my attorneys explained to you many times in a cease and desist why that's not possible. And my community has seen the cease and desist and the things that the attorney sent to you. Because I shared that. Openly shared that, at least in a members live. And maybe even on a regular live. I've shared that happily, and everyone knows that none of that's inexpensive, and we are going to be sharing receipts for the cost of my attorneys, but it's going to be a members only. But yeah, Tim, you cannot, because what I'm doing, you know, because I'm here for some people always say, I ain't talking about this video, because we just talk. We talk about all sorts of stuff. Yeah, no. You've tried to strike, I don't know, 7, 9 of my videos. I can't even remember how many videos it was altogether. It's been at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 attempted channel strikes. I don't know. It's been a lot to the point I can barely keep count. And I've fought every single one of them. And I have not just let the 90 days go. I have counted where you are to show that your videos have copyright. And with that, you have taken me to legal action outside of YouTube. So you're just blatantly lying to your audience here, or you don't understand how the copyright system still to this day works on YouTube. But let me explain, because I know you watch my videos. If I am not taken to court and you do not have proof to YouTube within 10 business days that you are taking legal action about copyright issues and me using your copyrighted material, then you aren't able to just get rid of people. The reason why it worked and you were able to get rid of some channels is because they did not want to provide their private details to you, of which I did get doxxed with my home address, where you flexed out how much money I have sitting in my home equity. So that wasn't really a loss. But no, you can't just, you can strike all you want. But if you overdo it, Tim, you will lose your channel because you can abuse the system too. You're not making that much money for YouTube anymore.
How to do it. I didn't know I could. And all of you kept telling me, this isn't right. You need to get an attorney. You need to do this. You need to do a copyright. They can't be using your, and I didn't know. Now I know. Now they don't dare. They use cartoons. They use all kinds of things that make them very hard to watch. I hear from my subscribers that like say it's even dumb.
Oh,
because they know I get notified immediately now from YouTube Studio if anybody replays this video or any of my videos.
Oh, well, you don't own copyright, Tim. In fact, you don't have copyright even on that big video that you have, which you should copyright. I mean, really, because otherwise we can all go in there and fair use the heck out of it. You know, as long as we're doing it under fair use and for educational purposes only. And we obviously educate the community that you are out here doing dry content and have a history of scam. Your whole life has been about door-to-door selling coupons and stuff. None of your stuff is really super on the up and up. You know, it's like car sales and all that sort of stuff. Everyone, you know, Tim. And it's not to be harsh on people who sell car vehicles. But, you know, they're thought to be some slick sorts of types of sales folks. You get real angry with people that make reaction about your content. It's just what happens in YouTube. When you put all your stuff out there and then you dirty delete it away, like you dirty deleted your EIDL video, but it's still out there. Somebody was smart and got that thing captured and knew to archive that thing. Because that's what one of the things is on when you've got the scammers on the YouTubes, is that they will come in and they will put out videos and they will realize that the video is going to like not go over well. And Tim's had a few of these, you know, it's the Tammy shove it in their face. It's obviously the Fridgegate. It was the EIDL video where he talks openly about the fact that he took $52,400 in EIDL, of which we also have seen, and I have shown all the different paperwork involving that. So we all know what you did, Tim. And we know you didn't have a business at the time. And there were plenty of people that took advantage of the system. And that's just not cool. And to have you then get rewarded with a lot of AdSense and all these people donating you money to buy me a coffee, when you've just since you turned 60 or whatever, since 2020, Tim, you have and you enriched yourself more than you ever did with your coupon business, because from your coupon business, you were literally living in a darn tent on Teddy and Jolene's property. That's what you had achieved in life. So without YouTube, you'd be nowhere. You wouldn't have, you know, that. I don't know what the $26,000 motorbike is. I don't know if that's your EIDL money. To be a reaction channel, just like I have. You are always going to face this stuff. So you better be prepared that you're going to be hiring attorneys and not be scared of the legal process. But Tim is not going to invest any money into attorneys, and YouTube is not acting as his copyright attorney. So it's up to him. So he can keep striking me, and I'm going to send right back the counter to tell this person that they have to show to YouTube what they did to take legal action against me, which will be zero. Keep
and then I do a copyright strike on them. Just like if I play music,
I got zero
or
copyright.
let music come in my video that I'm walking around, and I try to put the video up, YouTube immediately says copyright. You know, we're going to take this video down, or we're going to ban you if you keep doing that. So you just can't take other people's material. Like, get a life. Like, get your own shtick.
Oh, that was you?
You know?
Okay.
Some YouTubers don't maybe deal with it as much as others, but they glom on somebody that, and you know what it is? I got to tell you this. This is another thank you to them. And I hate to thank them, but I really do have to say thank you. The more I hear from a subscriber or through the grapevine about some troll out there, I was watching something on YouTube the other night with Glenn Fry.
Now we're trolls. Because we've been up in our game. Tim hasn't come out and done a rant like this in a while. Tim hasn't ranted in a while. Because he's, you know, there were the regulars, you know, getting the content out. But, you know, he can handle a couple. But when a whole onslaught comes back at him again, he starts to lose his rag. You got lucky, Tim. The rest of us have actual lives and got busy. A lot of reaction channels, they actually are able to sustain themselves and be full time. This is a hobby for a lot of us reactors over here in our minute little Timmy verse over here. And Tim, your subscribers definitely watch the reaction channels. How do I know? Because they leave me all sorts of comments that give clear indication that they watched my videos, of which I've just gotten sick of some of them.
Rest in peace, from the Eagles. And he was saying they got a lot of bad press when they were, really growing and selling millions of, even from Stones. And see, in those days, we didn't have social media. It was all just written, on a typewriter and in magazines and newspapers. They didn't have the social media, but they got the hate. They had the trolls. And he just said, you know what? That just means you're doing something right. Dale Earnhardt made a statement one time. He was going around the racetrack, senior. And they said to Dale on an interview one time, hey, Dale, what do you think about when you go around the track and you're getting a lot of people screaming your name? You get a lot of boos too. He says, when you're going around the track, you're not saying anything when you got to worry. So you're doing something right when you're bringing out the hate
That's right,
and the knock.
Tim.
So I really receive it and accept it. I just don't watch it. And I don't approve of
what part says you don't watch it, Tim? Tim, when you've had like strikes on my videos and stuff, you've gone like deep into the video and struck certain parts and stuff. You so watch. I've literally heard you repeat my very words like the next day. So JJ also gave heads up that you watch us and watch our channels. This is what, because you're gonna start. We're just gonna keep making sure that we keep sprinkling these live misses on Tim. And because tomorrow night I'm gonna be doing a live about, and unless you're in girl world, you're probably not interested. I am gonna go over the medical stuff about BBJ a little bit more in depth, just the medical stuff, because there was a lot of things that I was mentioning that weren't mentioned, that I was pretty on the point, but I wanted to listen to because there was a lot more. I had a lot more. I could be all day on that. Anyway, R.I.P. little BBJ. Poor cat. Anyway, this did. Yeah, you're welcome. We're sending you more traffic. You'd be absolutely irrelevant if we weren't here. And this is what reaction channels do, Tim. So if you either you're gonna have to understand. And you've been really evil and doing lots of striking. You striked and struck so many channels. Oh, I feel like he's gonna get strikemas going again this Christmas. Lord of my life, Tim, don't you dare.
what they do, and nobody likes to be disparaged and slandered, but hey, it is what it is. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that lady couldn't walk past faster with the dog. Okay, I do have him at 1.25. JJ disappeared. He did. Is he? Well, maybe, we hope everything's going well with Bev. And I mean, if he feels that he wants to spring up, because he comes in and out, and, we'll let Tim know that he's, keeping an eye on him. So we always appreciate it. Where are we on? Like 97 likes? Oh, come on, guys. Let's get just 3 more likes. Thank you guys for keeping me up. And we'll be at 100. Oh my God, that's a Merry ViBeMas right there. Yay, we got to 100 likes. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for getting us to 100 likes. Yay. Yeah, Merry freaking Strikemas. I had some of that last year. It wasn't very merry. But yeah. We had some strikemas last year, and I discovered my first strike when I was out having dinner with a friend. Luckily, I could have a drink immediately to celebrate my first ever Sarasota Tim strike. Keep going, Tim.
Anyway, who's that over there? Interesting. Yeah, we got a lot of new people in here now.
Oh, you're such...
So, I guess
he is a squirrel. Oh, Tim, you're supposed to be telling your audience about the content. All right, I bet you're going to tell us to crush it at the end.
Anyway, I'm going to end this video. It's long. It's 4K. Oh, God. Yeah, it's 4K 60. I didn't change my settings. I'm using an iPhone, baby. The thing to use. The only way to crush it.
Oh, goodness. Why did this have to be 4K? Why do we have to have your dental work in 4K, Tim? Oh gosh. In front of his $26,000 motorbike. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up with these YouTube creators. You just can't. I mean, I feel like if you're trying to like do something or create a community beyond like, oh, we were going to take a look at his comments. Let's see what the comment section has. Hold on, guys. Hold on. And then we'll finish out. I knew I wanted to do one last thing. Let's see make sure we get all of Tim's videos. There we go. You've been using a coffee percolator wrong your whole life. He's managed to get almost 1.6 thousand views on 30 minutes of coffee water boiling. But look under here. 2 years ago, the Airbnb bust, 1 million properties may be for sale. He had 27,000 views. See, 5 minutes, Airbnb bust. I mean, this is where, again, he was able to watch other folks who probably, you know, people are getting the information from newspapers. And he just put out a 5-minute video. Man's never owned a property, never owned an Airbnb, never probably even stayed in an Airbnb unless someone gave it to him gratis. And he could knock 27,000 views, which I mean isn't as big as some other creators, but I would love to get 27,000 views on some type of video that I did. My highest is 14,000 on one I did on glitters and lasers, heart rate going up during running. But I was sticking to my wheelhouse. Do they even have a 4K TV? Who cares, says Tim. All right. I don't want to make me smaller, but otherwise you can't see his comments. So we're going to have to bring me and the puppies over just for a second. I know they are just, oh, do you see how, I'm sorry, I got to bring them back up just for a second because look how cute their little butts are touching. They're so sweet. I tell you, Miss Junebug, she loves Mr. Roscoe. So we'll make sure we give him good wishes tomorrow night because tomorrow night we got to get him MPO at 6 p.m. And he needs to we've got to, it's not too bad of a drop-off time. He's got to be there by 8 a.m. So it's not too bad. It's not ridiculous. I think it's between 8 and 8:30, something like that. So that's doable. It's human hours. Okay. So yeah, we're excited about that. Okay. So let's have a look at his comments. How can he have only 17 comments on this video? 17 comments on a channel with 67.6 thousand subscribers. 17 comments. Tell me you haven't scrubbed your comment section without telling me you haven't scrubbed your comment section. Okay, let's see. Let's sort it by the newest. All right. Oh, no. Traveling my funds are low says, remember, Tim, they hated Jesus before they hated you. Keep your chin up. Go ride the gold ring and clutch it. Oh, that was a nice little pun there. Well done. Sharp Bike 10. I like that blue, man. Nothing to do with Tim's need for anything. Just like, yeah, your bike's cool. Hey, Tim, can we go back to the beach soon? The weather here is terrible. Kevin from Maine is thinking this content. Yeah, you don't seem like he's like already complaining. It's a lot of work setting up that camera. Not subscribed because my comments get blocked or ghosted, says PW Floor guy. I don't even say mean negative stuff, question mark. You're moderators, the 4 moderators of the apocalypse. Make sure you get it right. Are costing you subscribers. I'm probably ghosted still. If anyone sees this, reply hi. And Tim says, that's all a bunch of hogwash. Oh, way to go, Tim. Your comment wouldn't be visible here if you were ever ghosted or blocked. When you're gone, you're gone. Yeah, everyone in my chat knows that, Tim. You've only commented 37 times. 37 times in your history. Now hit the subscribe button and start commenting. And then, you know, laughing, sunglass emoji, absolute screaming narcissist. I'm an absolute narcissist. Need some sipping to watch. Sipping, like sipping some alcohol? What do you need to sip, Jesse? Oh my goodness. Which other comments? Come on, Tim. I'll get you a 100K plaque on the black market, says Mark. And then this guy's asking who's that in the background. Now, was that the dog walking lady or was there somebody else in the background? And then you got it. Bubba. That's it. That was, and I don't know, people know how to see how many dislikes he's had. It's all engagement. I don't engage. I've already given him too many views. Oh my gosh, guys. That was a wild one tonight from Tim. That really was. Oh, I didn't make the comments smaller. Oh, sorry, guys. I was reading the comments and I didn't make this big, so I apologize. That was terrible streaming. We didn't have many comments to get through. It was 17. One of them said they unsubbed and stopped donating. He was a big buy me a coffee person. And that comment been scrubbed away, William? Is that because I remember somebody mentioned that, and then that comment is now gone. That comment is nowhere to be seen. So Tim out dirty deleting everything. And thank you, William, for all your generosity and for being a first-time donator to the channel tonight. It is much appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Pastor Sev, who takes the time to see how many times someone has commented? That is several clicks of investment. Because Tim has to call out everybody because he's getting miserable. So he's gonna, he's gonna make the absolute mistake that it's been scrubbed. Oh, he dirty deleted. I want to say that I try to save comments, and so sometimes I get them in time, but sometimes I don't. It's the only reason why I check out a new Tim video is because sometimes the comments are gold. Oh my goodness, Tim. All right, let me make sure. Oh my goodness, Bernie. Oh my gosh, I have all these supers that I did not read. So let me make sure I get everybody. Gina, I am so appreciative. Gina, thank you so much. I want to make sure. Gina, I'm sorry if I didn't bring it up. This one stream, it doesn't highlight things well, and I try to take a look, but if I'm looking at Tim, I miss it. So Gina, thank you so much. Gina said, don't all channels have donate buttons, but they typically don't shame their subs into donating. Thanks, Ray. Well, thank you, Gina. I know you're always really generous in this channel. And if Tim, you have to actually, when you get monetized, you have to activate the actual part that allows your community or subscribers or just any viewer to actually donate a super chat or a super thanks to your videos. Now, he obviously doesn't do the chats and stuff because he doesn't live stream or stickers and stuff, but he does obviously make sure that he's turned that off because he doesn't want YouTube to get their portion of the money. And obviously, one of the things that you think is, well, YouTube is obviously providing the platform. So it makes sense that they're going to take a cut because to run all of this, it does take time, effort, and money. And, and so it makes sense that YouTube takes a portion of stuff. But Tim already probably is upset they take a portion of the AdSense. So he's making sure that they, if they are going to donate money, it goes to Buy Me a Coffee, which takes a much smaller percentage, like a very minute percentage of money from the actual. They take maybe, I think it's like 1% or something. So, and then I don't even know if they cap it off, but they don't take as much, which is why that's such a popular site. Oh, Birdie said for Roscoe. Thank you, Birdie, for the super. Thank you. Thank you. And Dark Phobia became a new member. Welcome to the good life, Dark Phobia. Welcome to the good life. You'll get a chance to drop some emojis in the chat for us. So thank you so much. And I want to thank William for their generosity, and for Lori for gifting a membership, and for everyone for being here and getting us to 100 likes. My voice is going, and I want to make sure I stream tomorrow night. And so make sure you look out for that. I look forward to it. And Roscoe and Junebug will be on camera, probably snoozing. They're really out of it. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Bye.